In this video, we are going to create a register screen where the users can register, okay, based on name, email, and password. All right, so we have already created the backend for the register user. So we have already done that, and let me just show you how does that actually look. And within our user controller, we already have created this in our one of the previous videos where we receive the name, email, and password that is coming from the body, and we are going to create an instance of the user, and then we are going to immediately log in the user, and also we are going to send the JSON response, and this is the response which we will be storing in the local storage. All right, so everything is done. Now let's go ahead and create a screen for that. So first of all, let's create a endpoint to register a user. So it is almost similar to login user. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. All right, so we can just change this to register, and here we can call this register. All right, so this is also going to be a post request, and the body which we are going to pass in the name, email, and the password. All right, so this is done, and let's finally export this. Use register mutation. All right, so I can just put it next to the login mutation with a comma. All right, so now that's done. Now let's create a register screen within our screens directory called register screen.jsx. All right, now let's copy the contents from the login screen again, because everything is similar, and we are just going to paste it within our register screen. Okay, so first of all, let's create the component first, and then let's paste it in. Let's call this register, and now let's create a route for that within our main.jsx. All right, and just duplicating this and calling this register, and let's auto import register screen. Okay, and now let's have a look. Okay, so if I click here on register, okay, so it takes me to slash register, and this is the for now we just see this text register. All right, so now let's go ahead and build the component. So now let's replace everything in our register screen to the contents of the login screen. Okay, so we are just going to modify this in order to avoid any again repetitive code, just like we did in the login screen. All right, so we are going to import the use register mutation this time. Okay, register mutation that is coming from slices slash users API slice. We need the use dispatch, use navigate, and we need to also set the credentials where we are immediately going to register the user, and we don't need the forgot password mutation. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And now additionally we need to create two more pieces of state, so for the name and for the confirm password. Okay, so I can just duplicate this and call this name and set name. All right, and now the same for password. Okay, so can call this confirm password. All right, so let's capitalize this, and now let's duplicate this field here which we have for the email, and I'm just going to control shift and down arrow for duplicating, and let's change this to name. Okay, I'm hitting Control D to select all that with the email and call this name. Okay, so let's make this lowercase. Right, so that's done, and this is set name, and everything is fine. All right, so now let's do the same for the password. So duplicating this and renaming this to confirm password. All right, and this is confirm password, and this value also, and this is set confirm password. Alright, so that's done, and we don't need the forgot password link. Alright, so that's only for the login, and this is coming from is loading password, so this is also we need to change. Okay, so we'll change that later. And now let's change this to already have an account, and we are going to sign in. Okay, and we are going to change the route to /login. All right, so that's done, that's looking good. Okay, so for the handling part, let's uh, change this to handle register. All right, so that's done, and let's change the functionality of this and changing everything from login to register. All right, so let's change this to register. Okay, use register mutation, and yeah, we don't need this password thing. And now let's handle register. All right, so now we are going to check if these two fields match. Okay, so let's put a condition here saying password, if does password does not equal to confirm password, then we want to alert saying passwords do not match. All right, so now we are going to put the rest of the thing within the else block. Okay, so else, and then push this stop. Okay, so within our try catch block we are going to get the response, okay, along with this register mutation. Okay, so register. Okay, so that's what we are grabbing from this use register mutation, and we are also going to pass in the name, okay, along with the email and password. All right, and now we are going to dispatch set credentials and pass in the response. Okay, so this is register, and then we are going to navigate to the home screen and give it a success message saying register successful. All right, and if there's any error we are going to catch them and display it as a error toast message. All right, so we don't need this forgot password handler. All right, so I hope everything is done. Let's I guess now test it out. Okay, so and one more thing, I forgot this. Yeah, this we do not have the state anymore, so let's get rid of that. And yeah, we are good to go. Let's check our UI. Let's refresh. Yeah, there we go, looks good. So okay, I need to change this to register and also this text as well. Then we are going to change that to register. All right, and next. Okay, not login, register. All right, so looks good. Now let's test it out. Okay, so I'm going to open up my DevTools, not this. Okay, so good that there's no errors. And now let's register a user. What name shall we give? Let's call it Steve. Okay, Steve uh, Rogers, something which is coming in my mind. Okay, here. Okay, and the email is going to be steve@email.com. Password, very famous password of 123456, the most secure one. And register, and there we go. Hope I'm glad that I did it without any errors. Okay, so we do not have any error. And let's have a look at our redux state. We have successfully called the register endpoint, which the thing is fulfilled. Okay, so we also have our within our network tab. Okay, so within our application, I mean, so we have the user info with the name Steve. All right, and also we have the email, and okay, and the default thing. So that's working fine. All right, so and now let's have a look at our cookie. So within our cookies tab, we have our JWT. Okay, so these are all from the previous application, I guess. Okay, so we have the JSON web token, which means that we are officially logged in. All right. So to log out, at the moment we do not have any functionality for that. So for that we can just go to the application tab and then destroy this cookie, and also our in user info within our local storage. So we can just delete this and the expiration time. So now we are actually logged out. So if I refresh, and like we can go to slash login, okay, slash register. So now let me just show you what errors can actually happen. Okay, so if we register user based on the same which is already registered. Okay, so if I now I've already registered using Steve. Okay, let me just show you what can happen. And if I hit register, so you see we get an error, user already exists, which means that we have an existing user with the email steve@email.com. All right, and also if I type in the wrong password, so we get an alert saying passwords do not match. Okay, so we can also show this in the form of toast messages, but anything is fine. Okay, so as long as our application works. So I just wanted to show that, and later we will be also registering the user based on this Google OAuth. Okay, so and also if I click on if I don't have an account, I can just click on, if I have already have an account, I can click on sign in and then log in. Okay, so another small work, I need to change this to sign up with Google. Okay, so that's easy. We can just go right here and change this to sign up and save. There we go. So now we are actually logged in. We need to change this text to from sign in to your actual name. Okay, so that we are getting from the user info. Okay, and we will be also creating a drop down where we'll be displaying the profile as well as the button to log out. All right, so let's jump in there.